Hello everybody, welcome back to Screen Stars. I'm here today to review the comedy movie Just Getting Started that stars, unbelievably, Morgan Freeman, Tommy Lee Jones, Rene Russo, and is directed by Ron Shelton, who has brought us previously movies like Bull Durham, Tin Cup, White Men Can't Jump, as well as others. So he's got a decent resume, even though I'm not a huge fan of any of his films really, but I know there are fans out there of them. And this is appalling, this movie. I genuinely, this is a real head scratcher, guys, as to how this movie has been made. I can only assume it's because of the cast. I mean, let's be honest, if someone says, you know, I've got a movie I want to make and I've already got Morgan Freeman, Tommy Lee Jones, Rene Russo on board, it's going to get funded likely, because it won't have cost a lot to make, I'm sure, this movie. But oh my god, it's bad, this movie. I don't really know where to start with how bad it is. Before I watched the movie, I looked on IMDb to have a little catch up, because I had seen a trailer months ago about this movie and I thought it looked fairly amusing and quite charming. I was wrong. And the IMDb rating is shocking. It's something like 3.8 out of 10, and I was a bit, whoa, what am I getting into here? And I watched the movie and I can get that score. I really can get that score. This is the unfunniest comedy I've seen for a long time. It's not offensively bad like something like Killing Hasselhoff or some other stuff. It's just bad, and it's a real shame to see actors of this quality in a movie like this phoning in performances as they do in this movie. But for those of you who are interested, what is this movie about? Well, this movie is set in a retirement village. I don't even know where it is. I've zoned out. Something like Arizona desert or something like that. And Morgan Freeman, a guy called Duke, he runs this retirement village. He's the top dog there. You know, he's having affairs with all the women there, and you know, he runs the place. He's well liked, puts on a big show for everybody, and then out of the blue, Tommy Lee Jones turns up and moves in, and he's got some competition then as Morgan Freeman, and they're constantly trying to outdo each other in really tame, unfunny ways, like golf competitions or poker or limbo dancing or ping pong. I mean, oh. And then Rene Russo turns up, who is actually sent there from the company that own the retirement village to check up on Morgan Freeman. But they've both basically fallen for her. Tommy Lee Jones and Morgan Freeman's characters, Leo and Duke, have fallen for Rene Russo's character, Susie. And they constantly try and outdo each other to impress her. But all in the while, it turns out that Morgan Freeman's character was put in the witness protection program a long time ago. Jane Seymour, who's in the movie, spots him on telly for an advertisement for the retirement village, sees that he's alive, he's got some connection to her and her mob family. She puts a hit on him, and there's tame attempts to try and take Morgan Freeman out, and supposedly you're supposed to be guessing, who's the hitman? Is it Tommy Lee Jones? Is it maybe Rene Russo? And it's just uninteresting. You don't care because the movie doesn't make you care. It's poorly written, shockingly directed. Sorry, Ron Sheldon, but it just is. There's no comedy here. Nothing. Tommy Lee Jones just plays Tommy Lee Jones. The same character he's been playing now for decades. Cowboy hat on. He's like the character he played in Space Cowboys, but with the volume turned down a bit. But it's the same character he's been playing now for a long time. And he just doesn't try in this movie. I don't blame him. Morgan Freeman tries, but it just comes off as an uncomfortable performance to me from him. And it was really hard to watch this movie. Really, I'm trying to think of a redeeming feature about it. Rene Russo was okay, But the character she's given to play here is not flattering at all to women. She's constantly playing the damsel in distress. This movie is insulting to men and women. It portrays the elderly women at this retirement village as cougars, basically, and it portrays the elderly men as sexual predators or con artists. It's set at Christmas as well. This movie, don't ask me why, but it's set at Christmas, and people are randomly singing Christmas carols in the movie. Just to remind you, it's set at Christmas, I guess. I can't really think of many positives here, guys. I'm really, really sorry, but avoid this film like the plague. It is a shocking disaster of a comedy, and it's a 4 out of 10. And I think I'm being a bit generous there. Please, guys, this one is to be avoided.